Hello, this is Angela here from Soul Tarot. Thank you for joining me this week for the weekly reading for the 15th to the 21st of April 2019. And welcome if you're new to my YouTube videos. Please like, share and subscribe if this reading resonates for you. So as I mentioned in the post, we are going to experience a full moon in Libra on Friday the 19th of April around 9 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time. So that is going to, full moons always shine a lot more light on situations, and because Libra is all about relationships, it's going to bring up some inner either work that you need to do about relationships, dependency, codependency, anything like that you might be too attached to some relationships. So that's going to be a little bit more amplified, and you're going to be much more aware of what those patterns of behaviour might be within you. You could have a few wobblies with relationships, because people are a little bit more unpredictable in the full moon. And there's also some other planetary aspects that are going to give a little bit more sort of impact into this full moon as well. So, about the unpredictable behavior, people being a little bit unexpected in the way that they're responding, a little bit impulsive. If you're fairly empathic and you're fairly sort of sensitive, if you like, you will be more aware of this. And I always say to my clients, just be more aware of your own internal how you're responding to the situation, and just leave the nutcases to where they are, and just remove yourself or detach yourself. So that might really help you this week. Stay humble, stay compassionate, and don't get drawn into the drama. So they're the messages that are being channeled through from Spirit about the full moon this week in Libra. So I hope that's helped you in some way to manage the week ahead. Full moons are always quite interesting. So as we move ahead now into the reading, we have 3 cards. This is from the beautiful Wild Unknown Tarot deck. We've got the Father of Pentacles card 1, Mother of Pentacles card 2, and the Tower card 3. So thank you for all those people who did respond with their choice this week. I always really do appreciate your participation. So the Father of Pentacles is a very steady type of person. This card here represents someone who has a focus on being a provider, being somebody who can be there for the family and also in the job situation as well. Very reliable and steady, and also looks as though they're very calm, like they're never seem to be in too much of a rush, it seems. Not very expressive either generally. So it could be that they're very passionate underneath, they just don't show it, but they do show they do show their priority by actions to their family. So they show how they feel about people via their actions. So entrepreneurial spirit as well, and diligent at work. So this could be somebody around you. It could be a boss, it could be a lover, partner, wife, husband. It could be someone that who is like that, or it could very well be something that you could harness this week to get things done. Do you need to be more entrepreneurial in getting the work completed? Do you need to take on some of the qualities of practicality and more of a focus in terms of being diligent at work, or being more of a provider? Is that the energy that you need to take on this week? So yeah, there's those couple of messages there of a quality you may need to take on, or somebody you actually know. All right, so that's the first card. So the second card here, the beautiful Mother of Pentacles card, the gorgeous little deer and the little baby. So you can see from that card, it's a very nurturing card. Again, Pentacles is going to be, it's very earthy. So it's an earth sign. It can be Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn. Very domestic, loving, patient, kind person, female, normally. And it can also tend to be someone who is a bit of a natural healer and very connected to nature. She may from time to time get very wrapped up in children, and it can, as a result, could leave her feeling a little bit needy and a little bit attached, over-attached probably is the word. And that can sometimes, put her into a state of, feeling wobbly or feeling a bit, put her into a little bit of turmoil. But she's very committed to tending to people's needs and the tasks of daily life. And but just that awareness of me getting too wrapped up in that. So there's a few messages here. Maybe this week you need to be a little bit more domesticated. You're caring for children. We've got school holidays coming up. Maybe you need to harness some of those qualities, or you're coming into a time where you're spending more time with family and domestic life. So that could be, you're feeling that way this week, you need to feel that way this week. Or it could represent someone around you. Again, it could be a good friend, it could be a boss, it could be just the way you feel this week. So that's a little bit about the Mother of Pentacles. And it's interesting here this week, we've got 2 court cards here, and I'll go into the message in a full message later on when I put all the cards together. So that's the first 2 cards. The last card is a Major Arcana card. Now, if you look closely at that, you'll see a very tall tree that's been hit by lightning, and it's being, some part of the tree has collapsed. So, it's a very strong message. Always the Major Arcanas are very strong messages, hold very strong messages. And what it normally does show or suggest is an unexpected shock or some kind of a change, and potentially a feeling of upheaval. It could be something that's really unexpected, that's come out of the blue. So, it's gonna mean that there's some kind of a change. It might be a little dramatic, medium dramatic, quite dramatic, but it will be something that you didn't expect. So, that tree that's been growing strong for a long time, it could actually, part of it could collapse. So, it's not something that you were expecting. So even though, this can be quite a confusing time, you might feel like, okay, my life's falling apart, because it is unexpected, and that's very normal human behaviour to feel that way. It can be a little painful and confusing. It will be over soon, because it's usually quick. It's like a lightning strike, things collapse, and then it's like, oh, where did that come from? Where what happened there? So it's going to take a little bit of time, but it will be over soon. And in many ways, this makes way for a new period, a new journey for you, and even kind of a breakthrough. Even though the Death card's more about transformation, this also shows, whatever is going to have an upheaval in your life, anything that's going to have some kind of a change or set you on a different course, that it is going to lead to a personal breakthrough of some kind. And, that the outcome, whenever anything changes, that you are going to find that, it leads you to something better in the end. So that's the Major Arcana card, the Tower card. I always find these cards are just absolutely beautiful. I don't know whether it's the black and the white, or, I just love the way they're drawn. So let me do a combined message. So a quick weekly reading for those people who did actually pick 1, 2, and 3. Now, sometimes, this is a general reading, as I say. It can lend itself more messages to some people, and there's always one person who listens to a reading that will resonate more for, that it's more personal to them, and that's just the way that Spirit works. So your Father of Pentacles, as I said, I see these two, the Mother and the Father of Pentacles, as actually being some kind of a couple. They're potentially married, or they could be in partnership of some kind. work or love. And I just feel, you know, they've been working for quite some time. They've got a very secure type of family life. They built it. They've made it their own. They're very nesty, if you like. That word came through. You know, they've built this beautiful nest. But there's a potential, and again, potential, that something's going to come along to shock them both. And what I feel is that they're going to work together to, you know, work out what that might be. So it's going to be a shock to them both. It may even be something within the relationship, or it could be within the family. But, you know, I feel that there's a potential for some kind of a shock and an upheaval, and something coming out of the blue, some news. But, you know, it's between these two people, and it may be, as I said, about them, or it could be something that's external to them. And, you know, I feel that they're going to work together, whatever that might mean, to talk about and communicate, you know, what then to do. And the last card I drew, it's actually a Divine Energy Oracle card. Make necessary sacrifices, because I did want to give you guys a little bit more information on this Tower card and the whole reading itself. So what I'm getting from this message is, you know, if something is coming into your way for the week ahead, that it will be important, whatever that might be, is you might have to let something go in order to create something new. So, you know, it might mean making sacrifices. That could mean financial ones, because these are Pentacle cards. It could be sacrifices, you know, in terms of what you would normally do together as a family, or it could be to do with, you know, work. So, but I feel because it's got money here, that it could potentially be about money. So I hope that this has somehow helped you this week, this reading, and I hope you're going to have a beautiful week ahead. And as I said, please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you would like a personal reading and more information on your situation, please reach out to me on soultarot.co or Soul Tarot with Angela on Facebook. So I look forward to reading for you again next week. Have a gorgeous Easter. Bye for now.